Is this the start of a recession? Is this the start of a depression? Or is it a little blip and everything will be fine? Welcome to the Dean Graziosi Show. All success starts right here. I'm so glad you landed right here, right now, so we can have a real and raw talk about the coronavirus. I know the news will drive you nuts. There's a million emails in your inbox about it. But when we really boil it down, what does this mean for you, for your family, for your income, for the company you started, for your future? Like, is this the start of a recession? Is this the start of a depression? Or is it a little blip and everything will be fine? Today, I just want to spend a few minutes together to kind of talk through those fears and worries because they're real. This is a pandemic. Like, whether you believe the virus is no big deal and people are over-exaggerating it or it's the end of the world, it doesn't matter what we believe. This is impacting us. And no matter what company you're in, no matter what business you're in, no matter what you do for a living, I promise you this is going to have an impact on your life. This is where we are. So how do we handle this? So first, I'm going to go through a few things. Business, personal. Is there opportunity? I don't mean like taking advantage of people, but is there opportunity in a down market? Absolutely. Is there opportunity to help people? Yes. Is there an opportunity to become a leader and a role model above all else? So let's talk about those. On a personal note, take care of you. Take care of your family. Listen, I know you might not believe why people are going so crazy, but if you need to go out and get food in case there's, a 2-week time where we have to stay in our houses like they did in Italy and Europe, then we have to do it, right? So take care of you and your family. That's first and foremost. And be careful watching and listening to all the news. Listen to the qualified people and do what you must, right? If it's not being so social, if it's reducing the time with other people, we can help do our part to help squash this. Now let's get to the part where most people worry, and that's in business. Now let's just say it like it is. There's a lot of companies closing down. We're taking our company and going virtual. That's what I've been working on all day today. Like literally, my notes, I'm sitting here today all day on a Sunday. I'm recording this on Sunday. You're going to see this on Monday. All day working on how to make my company virtual for the next couple of weeks. And there's companies all over the world doing that. Some people just have to send people home, right? So it is going to have a negative impact when people aren't working, when people are scared and people are fearful. I say people, I'll just be real. Like, I'm sure you're asking the questions like, when is this going to end? Is this going to affect my job? Is this going to change the world? How long is it going to last? Like, they're real questions. And those questions, because we don't have definitive answers, create uncertainty and create fear. Let's just be honest. And fear is what can change the economy and change everything more than just a silly little virus. So let's talk about that in business. Here's what I believe before we get to the business side and some things that I would like to suggest to you. I want to talk about you. You see, when your emotional state is uncertain, we kind of can feed into this. We want to look at the news that scares us to death because it's our subconscious trying to find all this data. I'm going to encourage you to take the opposite role. I'm going to encourage you to be a role model. I'm going to encourage you to be a leader. I'm going to encourage you to lead your family, to lead your friends, to lead your business in a way that people can feel hope in an uncertain time. You see, if you're under 30, you don't even know what this is like. Some of you are saying everybody's overreacting. This could be the start of a depression, could be the start of a recession. We don't know where that's going to go. So it's really smart to take precaution. But so how do you become a leader? How do you become someone that has strength during these times? I think we look to the past. So here's what I want to share. 9/11 is the most similar thing to this that I can share. I've been through 2 economic shifts in the late 80s and in 2007. I was in business both the times and weathered the storm. In fact, my knowledge industry, sharing information, actually skyrocketed during downtime. So if you're in the information business, if you're in the knowledge industry, we'll talk about that in a moment because people are going to be home consuming knowledge, consuming information online. But let's just talk about 9/11. Overnight, something, the worst tragedy in the world happened, right? And what did that do? It created insecurity. People didn't feel safe. You didn't feel safe going to the mall. You didn't feel safe going to a basketball game. You looked up all the time. It was a really insecure time. The economy took a massive hit. Everybody was worried. And when you were in it, like maybe this moment right now, You didn't know what the future was like. You didn't know what was going to happen. Was there going to be a new wave? I mean, people to the far right were talking about, and I'm saying far right and left, I don't mean like liberal and Democrat or liberal and conservative, or, I'm just talking about all the way to the right. People like, this is the end of the world. They'll never be the same. We're not going to travel anymore. There's extremists on both sides, right? But during that time of uncertainty, all of a sudden there was role models. There were leaders. There were people that made us have hope and confidence. And we overcame, and we forgave, and we healed our hearts, and we started spending money again, and things changed. Now, this is kind of like that because overnight, it seems overnight, all of a sudden there's this virus that's scaring everybody, this pandemic, and the economy crashed. People are scared. They're fearful. Now, one difference is during the 9/11, our government, at least here in the United States, encouraged us to go out, spend money, don't be afraid. And that really flourished the economy, and it built confidence, and we rallied as a world to come back, right? Especially here in the States, of course. Here, it's kind of scary, and people are saying, stay home. So how do we find a way to reflect inward? Because here's the biggest part, right? Everybody's saying, how do I get through this? Here's how you get through it. You're going to have to find the hero within. You need to look inside, because you're not going to find security in the news. You're not going to find security scrolling through Facebook and seeing all the crazy stuff. You're not going to find security with your friend who's losing his mind. You're going to find security in here. So this is the time to step back and maybe take that course that you always wanted to take, to read more or devour knowledge in the industry you want to expand on. Maybe this is the time to fix your relationship. Maybe this is the time to fix you on the inside or bond more with your kids. Listen, here, my kids just found out today that school's canceled and they don't even know when they're going to come back. So maybe you have to juggle the kids. You have to juggle your office. Maybe your team wants you to work virtual now. Yes, we have to juggle those things, but we have to work on us inside here to find a way to unleash a hero that becomes the role model for your family, that we can learn through this. Because here's the thing, 9/11 was horrific, but we got through. So I want to tell you, this too shall pass. This virus will be here, and then it'll be gone. This economy shift will be here, and then it'll be gone. After winter, right, there's spring. After spring, there's summer. After summer, there's fall, and then winter comes again. This is just a cycle. I've been through 3. I promise you we're going to be okay, but it might take time. So yes, there's a million logistics. Are you going to be financially okay? Is your business going to thrive? Is your business going to fail? All of those things can be worked out, but it can't work out if you're in a place of fear. It can't work out if you're not working on your inner self. It can't work out if you're looking through the eyes of everything that could go wrong. We need to find strength. And a lot of times in life, I don't know about you, I find strength when I become a leader. When I become a role model for my family, when I become a role model for my wife, when I got her back, when we look at it through that, we find solutions. Listen, in the last downturn, I got to just share this with you. In the last downturn of the economy, I was teaching people how to invest in real estate. My book was out, Be a Real Estate Millionaire, because that was my life. In my 20s, I went from broke to being successful because of real estate. And I was teaching other people, and that it went on to be one of the best-selling books in real estate history. Around 1 million copies of that book, right? When the economy shifted, who wanted to be in real estate? If you're old enough to remember '07, when that shifted, every other house was for sale on every block. Every other house was in foreclosure. And I was helping people thrive in real estate. But what happened was, I went from aspirational to helping people feel more secure. So I just want you to think about it. I'm digressing a little bit on purpose because I want to teach you a way to communicate with those around you, communicate with your family, communicate if you're in the knowledge industry or any industry, if you could lean into their hearts, if you could help people, if you could help soothe their soul a little bit while simultaneously helping them, this could actually be one of those economic times where you can grow. People are going to be stuck home. They're going to be online. People are going to be stuck home. They're going to want to learn things virtually. People are going to be stuck home and they're going to want to buy things that build security in their life. So when you think about that, know that the messaging has to change. In 2007, and again, I'm digressing here because I want to tell you this story, most of my competition went out of business. They were teaching people, hey, get rich, buy the second house, buy the new car, get the fancy Rolex. You know what I was teaching people? I was being transparent and saying, this is a really tough time. I'm not going to show you how to get rich, but I can show you how to have a life preserver. I can show you how to be secure in during insecure times. And I taught people how to do a process, a down market strategy that didn't get them rich overnight. It wasn't that pie in the sky, but I leaned into their hearts, and we helped change the lives and make hundreds of thousands of people feel secure because I changed the messaging. I changed how I felt about people. I listened to what was going on. I understood people's fears, and I wanted to help them. I know I could go on for hours with that, but here's what I want to tell you. Things changed overnight right now. Change your messaging. Change the way you relate to people. Change the way you hear people. People will learn from you, respect you, adore you, buy from you when they feel understood. Let those around you feel understood. Let those in your business feel understood. Let your coworkers feel understood. Let the people who work for you feel understood. And then step up as a role model. Step up as a leader and show the world that we can get through this. Is it scary? Hell yes. There's some times that you'll be strong for someone else and then you'll go to bed and you'll be praying and say, "Dear God, help me have strength." That's okay. That's what leaders do. I don't know what you're facing, and I'm sorry, anything you're facing. I don't want one person to be sick. I don't want one person to lose money in the stock market. But the fact of the matter is we are right here, and all change, all shifts start with what goes on in here. If you tell yourself we can't, we won't. If you tell yourself this is the end, it will be. Or if you say this is a new beginning, this is for me to learn, this was put in my life on purpose, you'll be the leader and the role model, and your company, your business, and you will come out on top, and you can help bring people up. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. On a personal note, take care of your family. On a business note, take care of your mindset. Know that during down shifts, this is when many people actually thrive, because I believe they're looking for opportunity. They're looking for solutions. They're not like the book, Who Moved My Cheese, sitting there waiting for their cheese to come back. They're exploring on how to find new cheese. This is what this time in history allows us to do. Now, I'm not trying to discredit the fear of all the sickness, but listen, let's just face it. I guarantee you're worried about your finances. I guarantee you're worried about your company. You're worrying about your business. This is a time you can actually grow if you're in the right mindset, if you're looking for opportunity, and if you're in the information business, if you have an online business, know that you have a chance to exponentially grow because people are going to be home and they need you. So don't play small. Don't step back. Don't put your hands up and say, "I don't know what to do now." Lean into it. And the last thing I'll say is don't exploit this. Don't use the coronavirus in marketing that's cheesy. I wish I had a better word than cheesy. Don't scare people into buying your products. Lean into their heart. Help them feel better. Deliver value. And between all of that combined, I assure you, this can be a learning lesson that can take you to a whole nother level. You can navigate new territory. I was through it in the late 80s because I was already in business for myself. I was through it in 07. I went through it during 9/11. And we're going through it now. And because this is the fourth time, maybe it seems like I'm not as worried. Of course, I'm worried about the world. I'm worried about the economy. I'm worried about my employees. I'm worried about my team. But I also know this is a time for us to take an unpleasant situation and actually learn and grow from it economically and personally, while simultaneously protecting those you love. All right, my last message is this. Let's be role models. If you're watching me, if you're here right now, you're not someone binging out on Netflix or just obsessing on Fox or CNN. You're someone that wants an alternative way to look at life. So let's look at it a way where we could step up. Will you be scared? Hell yes. Could this impact you financially? Of course. But those with the right mindset, those with the right goals, stand to go to a whole nother level. I'm Dean Graziosi, and I'm wishing you the absolute best from my heart to yours. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our family. And my final thought is this. Together, we can be the role models. We can make a little impact that can exponentially grow to help people see a clearer future, to not be so scared, and to know that this is part of life, part of the process. So when it's done, we can come out on a whole nother level. And I believe we all need to do our part to help take the world to another level. And my dear friend Tony Robbins and I are doing our part. Right now, if you go to weeklywisdom.com, we've uploaded 3 trainings that are absolutely free. Yes, we've charged for them in the past, but not right now. This is our way of giving back. One is the success loop training. When something goes wrong in your life, when the carpet gets pulled out, when something like this happens overnight, What's the loop of thinking that can get you back on track? Secondly, are the 5 keys to living abundance, to building certainty from Tony Robbins. It's one of the best trainings I've ever seen. This is part of a high-level course. It's yours. Go get it. And lastly is a course I created called The Winning State of Mind. We sold it all around the world. Right now, it's free. We just want to give back. We want to give you the mindset, the training, the help to become a role model, to become a leader. If you go to weeklywisdom.com right now, you get all those trainings for free. That's our part. Build that safety, build that security, build that inner emotional strength in you so you can help support the family and the friends around you. So go to weeklywisdom.com and grab that right now. What's up? What's up? Hey, before you go, you need to watch these next few videos. They're absolute game changers. Hurry up and click right over here and watch them, and I'll see you there.